Hi, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be following on the theme from yesterday, and the video themes are all about communication, and you can find out more about them at thecommunicationcoach.co.uk. So following on from yesterday, and thank you all very much for your feedback, very much appreciated. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. We're going to talk about first impressions, because we talked about genuineness yesterday and how important that is. But first impressions are just as important, especially in building any sort of relationship. And I want to take it a little bit further than that initial first impression that you make when you meet somebody. So psychologists have done a lot of research around this and believe that it takes seconds, anywhere between 0 to 7 seconds, to make a first impression on somebody. And then what you do unconsciously is you make an instant decision about them, and then everything that they say or do from there on in, you use to confirm how you feel about them, which is interesting, isn't it? So imagine you meet somebody and you think, oh, I'm not really sure about you, or you're wearing a very loud shirt, so I think you're particularly probably outgoing extrovert person. And then everything they do in that initial contact, you will then justify in your mind about why you made that first impression with them, and you'll be doing that completely subconsciously. And the good news is, ladies and gents, is they'll be doing exactly the same to you. So there's this two-way communication thing going on all the time, subconsciously in your mind. And this is why first impressions are so important, especially if you're in sales. And yesterday we talked about you selling yourself all the time, which we do in contact, and also in, I don't know, if you're meeting somebody, if a first dates, for example, they're always very important. If you're going for a job interview, probably actually anything, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but anything that where you meet somebody initially, that first initial contact is really important, because people will judge you. And we talked about judging people yesterday and behaving in a way as if you're always being watched. And what I'd like to do is take that a little bit further today and look at initial contacts every day with the people that are in your life all the time. So imagine you wake up in the morning, you wake up bright and breezy, and you get up and you're getting on with your day and you're happy, perhaps you're even whistling, and your other half wakes up and they're grumpy as heck. Grumpy as heck. Now perhaps you can relate to this. So suddenly they get up all grumpy, and that first interaction, first contact with that person in the morning is, I don't want to go to work, I'm not happy, I don't want to do this. And your mood will automatically be dragged down or changed, probably. Not all the time, I get, because some people are very good at holding their own sort of mood and not being influenced by other people, but a lot of the time that interaction can bring somebody else down. And that also interaction straight after work. So sometimes we come home from work and we're very tired and we've had a bad day, and we'll take that out on the people that we love and care about the most. And I always find this really interesting, is that we take out our emotions and our frustrations out on the people that we love the most, rather than people, complete strangers. So somehow we always behave really well in front of complete strangers, and yet when we get home, where we're supposed to feel safe and have a comfortable environment and talk about all the things that have troubled us, we generally and often find that we take out our frustrations, our annoyances with other people on the people that we love. So that initial contact is really important in everyday life. And it's also important when you are talking to people who just need you to be there for them, just for a period of time. And one of the things that I would like to do over the next few years is to get everybody to have a 5, 10, 15-minute interaction with a complete stranger, as weird and random as that sounds, and just be there for that person. Be there just to listen to them, just to talk to them, to make that first impression. And it's hard, because we're very, I was brought up in London town, and or London Village as I like to call it, and when you get on the tube, quite often you'll get on the tube with the same sort of person, and because we're very much in our own world, we don't smile, we don't look up, we don't invite conversation from other people. And so that's what I'd like to encourage, is people to have a human interaction, a really good first impression with somebody for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, whereby they're just there for somebody. And my other challenge for you, if you'd like to accept it today, is to smile at somebody you've never met before and see what reaction you get back. More likely than not, you'll get a smile back, because people will find it very difficult to walk away from a smile. Think about children when they smile at you, or they'll turn away. So that would be interacting and push yourself out of your comfort zone. So that's first impressions, just a 5-minute quick chat on them and how important that they are. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for listening.